Before prisons, before courts, before human justice, the Bible describes a place prepared for punishment itself, a place of fire, darkness, separation, and no escape. But what does the scripture actually say hell looks like? Tonight, we investigate the most feared destination in human history. The earliest parts of the Bible don't use the word hell the way modern culture does. Instead, the Hebrew scriptures describe Sheol, a shadowy realm of the dead. In Psalm 6, verse 5, the writer says, "For in death there is no remembrance of you. In Sheol, who will give you praise?" Sheol was believed to be a place beneath the earth where both the righteous and wicked went after death. No fiery torture, but darkness, silence, separation from the living. Yet over time, Jewish belief began describing something more disturbing, a place of judgment. By the time of Jesus, a new word appears, Gehenna. This referred to a real location outside Jerusalem, the Valley of Hinnom. In ancient times, this valley had a very dark reputation. According to 2 Kings 23, verse 10, and Jeremiah 7, verse 31, children had once been sacrificed there during idolatrous rituals. By the 1st century, it had become associated with impurity, burning refuse, and divine judgment in Jewish teaching. So when Jesus warned about Gehenna, his listeners knew exactly what imagery he was invoking. A cursed place, a place outside the city, a place associated with fire and disgrace. No one in the Bible talks about hell more than Jesus himself. In Matthew 10, verse 28, he warns, "Fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell." In Mark 9, verse 43, he describes it like this, "Where their worms does not die and the fire is not quenched." The language is intense. Fire that does not go out. Decay that does not end. A place meant to be avoided at all costs. But the most detailed glimpse appears in one of Jesus' teachings. In Luke 16, verses 19 through 31, Jesus tells a story that shocked his listeners. A wealthy man lives in luxury. Outside his gate lies a poor man named Lazarus, ignored, starving. After death, everything reverses. Lazarus is comforted. The rich man wakes up in torment. The passage says, "In Hades, being in torment, he lifted up his eyes." He begs for relief, just a drop of water, but none is given. Between the two places, a great chasm exists that cannot be crossed. The message is clear. Death closes the door. Other passages add more details. In Matthew 13, verse 50, Jesus describes a place of weeping and gnashing of teeth. In 2 Thessalonians 1, verse 9, punishment is described as eternal destruction away from the presence of the Lord. And in the final book of the Bible, the imagery becomes even more dramatic. The book of Revelation describes the ultimate judgment. In Revelation 20, verses 14 through 15, we read, "Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire, and anyone whose name was not found written in the book of life was thrown into the lake of fire." This is portrayed as the final destination of evil, not temporary, not symbolic punishment in the story itself, but the ultimate sentence in the Bible narrative. According to the New Testament, hell was not originally prepared for humanity. In Matthew 25, verse 41, Jesus said it was prepared for the devil and his angels. The concept appears again in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4, where rebellious angels are described as being cast into the darkness awaiting judgment. So the biblical picture became larger than the human crime. It became cosmic justice, a final reckoning for rebellion itself. When the passages are placed together, the Bible consistently describes several elements: fire, darkness, separation from God, regret and anguish, and final judgment. But it also repeatedly warns something even more important. Avoiding it is the point of the message. For thousands of years, these passages have shaped how people think about justice, about morality, and about eternity. Whether viewed as literal, symbolic, or theological warning, the imagery of hell remains one of the most powerful ideas ever written, a place described in fire, darkness, and irreversible decisions. If you enjoy historically accurate deep dives into the darkest stories in history, scripture, and true crime, subscribe to A Veil of Crime. And if you'd like to support the channel and help keep these episodes coming, you can buy me a coffee using the link on the channel page. Your support helps research the next story hidden in history. And until next time, stay curious because the truth is often darker than fiction.